Oh, cool. We get to go dominate a truck race now.
Oh, where is it?
Texas. Tejas.
This is a 25-minute long presentation. My God.
Why are you still watching it? All right. With all of that nonsense being said, let's move on to Texas, shall we?
Paparazzi here.
Well, I mean, if David Starr's in the building, you know the paparazzi aren't too far behind.
How much money would he charge for a presentation? Like $10?
Maybe you could get him to do one for you.
Yeah, not all of them are for charity. Like Tony Stewart, he does it, but it's not for charity.
He just wants the money.
Yeah.
I just want a video of him going outside. It's like, how much do I have to pay to get him to dress as an umpire? Well, he says it too.
Oh my God.
Moving on from that.
Why am I still practicing?
Why are you?
I don't know.
I mean, I literally okay, possibly a TMI story here, but but so my finished cursing, I had to finish curse during the race.
Nobody knows what that is that's watching this video, Aaron.
That's fine, because they won't need to understand this.
Gotcha.
Because I'm talking to the chat, who possibly does. So I had to finish curse multiple times. And so there was a stretch of about like a half hour where I was not watching the race at all. I was finished cursing the entire time.
Dang it.
And I went in and I came out and nothing had changed at all.
Hang on one second. Green flag. Sorry.
In a half hour.
Continue, Aaron. I'm sorry.
And the Xfinity race was boring as frick watching at the track. I had bad seats on Saturday, better seats on Sunday, so that's part of it, the Xfinity race. And then the Cup race, the first, until the curb crap started happening, it was boring as frick. At least from the audience, it was very entertaining to watch. Yes, there was a red flag, but I didn't mind. I was just catching up on the news and the tweets I'd missed over the last couple days on vacation, so I mean, I didn't mind too much, but honestly, that was the most exciting part. We were getting riled up as a crowd, watching that fight for the lead, and then all the crashes and stuff at the end. We were enjoying that, but yeah, the race, it wasn't good. Scene.
Did you say scene? And scene.
Yes, I did.
And I appreciate that, Conrad, but John Stream does not allow me to share that kind of language.
Woo.
So
I got the pole. That's why I wanted.
You're a man.
I beat Todd Gilliland for the pole. Look at Mr. McBlam.
Hey.
4th, and Melissa in 10th.
Hey.
And where's Justin? Justin in 18.
18.
Wow.
This home track. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll move it on up.
Tune it.
I was going to suggest that you adjust the track bars a little bit to keep you from swaying, but I mean, just depends on how you feel during the race.
I mean, if I won the pole, then I'm gonna dominate. Real easy.
Yeah.
So I think I'm fine. If I struggle a little bit or make a mistake, it'll just make it more interesting.
Okay.
So for now, let's go with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I will go back briefly after we see this restart here by John Wolfe in the number 2 shop online now is Chevy.com/accessories. Chevy Silverado here.
Thanks for the plug. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So we'll see him pull away here. And then I'll go back to the previous point about the curb stuff before I get into the driver stuff. I mean, that curbing is, FIA certified. That track is the highest level of certified on the FIA for Formula One. All of that stuff is like top notch. All the barriers, all the curbing, all that stuff. So while they probably should have taken care of that sooner, I think based on the fact that, I mean, yes, different cars, but the Xfinity cars had zero trouble with it in the last 3 years.
Yeah,
No
because of
issues
the
with
ride
it.
height. Yeah.
Yeah, but I get that. But
Hmm.
and Cup practice had no issues. Cup qualifying had no issues. Xfinity race, IndyCar race, no issues. Didn't start happening until the Cup race. About well, I mean, the first incident happened a little earlier, and then in the end, it just fell apart. But
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
but
freak thing. I agree there. Yeah,
yeah,
that was just like, there's nothing. Yeah,
yeah,
you couldn't see that coming. Yeah.
I compare it very much to, a jet dryer exploding, or or a piece of Martinsville concrete getting run over by Jeff Gordon, or
That
something like that. So, or
yeah,
what track was it?
New
Kansas that
New
had the leakers
Hampshire.
that started
Yeah.
spewing water halfway through the
There
race
was
or whatever.
also New Hampshire came apart that one.
Yeah, so
Was it Charlotte, like a cable or something came down on the racetrack?
cable
Yeah.
collected Mark Martin. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. So I consider that part of it very much along those lines. The thing that frustrated me the most, which I don't know if TV got wind of this or not, but so after they took the curbing out, that red flag, they started the cars up and closed pit road and had all the cars go around twice so they could see the curbing and make sure that was okay. Decent idea. But there were like 15 damaged cars who were leaking fluid that whole time.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
And they
didn't
couldn't
open pit
legally go
road.
down pit road.
Yeah.
And the main one was James Davidson,
Mhm.
and he finally pulled off like 2 laps before they were going to go green.
Oh,
first
that was
time.
James Davison.
Yeah,
I
the
was thinking it
TV
was.
did catch that, Aaron. They did.
Okay. So
I thought that was. I can't remember who it was. I blamed for that. It wasn't James Davison.
yeah, I mean that's why I said in Discord, gosh dang it, James.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
James sympathized that.
I see.
So that's why I said that. But that was the most frustrating part, because then they kept trying to go green without getting the track cleaned
Mm-hmm.
multiple times, because there were at least 7 laps that they were going to go green. They got the signal, and Alan Bestwick, poor man, he was telling us everything like, oh, we're gonna go green next time by, and he was ramping us up for the restart, and then it happened again, and I felt so bad for the guy.
I envy you getting to hear him. That's for sure. I would have preferred.
They
to
weren't
have
that
heard.
good, honestly.
Really?
They weren't that good at commentating the race anyway. I don't think, well, because it was just the track crew that they were, the track broadcast that they were doing, I don't think they were high up in the pagoda, so they couldn't see what was happening except for what the camera could see.
Mm.
And I don't think they had access to like all of the cameras from NBC. I think they literally just had access to whatever they were putting on the big screen.
I see.
So
Well, that's a little unfortunate.
That's kind of how they do it at Charlotte too.
right. So they did not commentate the race very well. I mean, it was nice for nostalgia's sake to hear Alan Bestwood, do driver intros and all that.
Well,
Meanwhile, John Wolf wins the stage, and it looked like Mr. Mikey McBlam, subbing in for star driver Natalie Decker, is in second place.
Uh-huh.
I was trying.
Melissa fell.
Couldn't catch that 2 truck.
And then Melissa's in 12th, so that's good.
Yeah, and Justin 21st. Ooh. Should I pit?
Probably.
No. I mean, if you want to make it interesting, yes.
Yeah,
No,
let's make
it interesting.
Let's make it interesting.
All right, how long? How long are we predicting? By the end of the stage?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna come up 1 spot short of winning the
Coming to
stage.
the green, driver. Be ready.
Interesting. I think you're gonna get top 5, and then it's gonna get a little harder. So I'm guessing top 5 for sure.
Excuse me, Clay. Old best
Stay
buddy
left.
Clay. I should have
yeah.
gone to the outside.
Anyway, going to the secondary point of
How's the
what's going
drivers
on with
performed?
the driver's stuff. I mean, it's part of, especially with a track like this where there's only like 2 passing zones, and combining that with a
Nobody out back.
package that doesn't allow you to suck up to other cars very well, and there's only one long straightaway,
All
which
right, you're clear.
even in road course terms is not that long of a
All clear,
straightaway.
no pressure from behind. Taking
Um,
inside now.
I can understand the desperation of restarts to an extent.
Clear right.
It's
Nobody out
their
back.
only chance
Inside.
really
Clear
to
left.
get positions unless it's
Yes, but here's the thing. There's a difference between desperation and just being stupid. Like I get desperation. Like I get that. Like desperation for me is I'm thinking Jimmy Johnson, at the Roval, chasing down Mark Truex Jr. and he loops it around in the last chicane. That's desperation. I get that. But going into you know how big that turn is. You know that only so many cars can go in that turn, so many cars wide. You likely could only go in there at least 2 wide. You know that. So why would you put yourself in a 4 wide or 5 wide situation when you know you're not going to make it out of that turn? You know no one's going to make it. So why go ahead and wreck your car?
Speaking of
Case in point.
Speaking of,
case in point of
good save, Grant.
But why are you like I said, there's a different. I get desperation, but you can't drive in over your head like that.
Yeah, John, why are you driving over your head here, John? Man.
Yeah,
I clipped too much.
I don't
of the
give them
dirt,
that.
man.
I don't give them any type of leeway because these are supposed to be the best drivers in the world. They are supposed to know better than this. And I get it. New track. Some of them have probably never been there before. I get it. But Derek said there is a limit. You know the limits of your race car. That's your job as a driver to know what the limits of your race car are. And to be aware of the people around you. And if you just have all disregard for that, then I'm sorry, you don't get a pass from me for that. I'm like, no, you're just an idiot at that point, And that's why I say that's why I stay away from plate races, because they drive the same exact way. And it's like, I get desperation, I get it, I get that this is probably your best chance to go for a win, but there's a limit. And they constantly step over it, and they don't really care. So
and that's only going to get worse when we have the composite bodies next year that can take a beating.
Yeah.
Look ahead for me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. You got a point there.
But I think this was probably similar to restrictor plate tracks. This was one of those races that the lineup for restarts every single time was a mixed bag of craziness. There was never a point outside of maybe the stage 1 restart that there was an order that didn't have somebody who should be there up front.
I told you I'd be 1 spot short.
Gosh dang it, John.
I wouldn't have been if I hadn't done what I did.
Wait, you wrecked Justin, didn't you? You almost wrecked him.
No, that was Infinger.
That was Infinger? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Justin was actually gain spots. Infinger had the greatest save of all time, though. All right, do I pit now too? I guess.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You're probably going to gain a spot and drive away from everybody.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Case in point.
All right, be smart out
But
there.
just to kind of wrap up everything, clearly John was over ambitious with that one turn, and he decided to just spin out and cause a massive pile up. But otherwise, I think it was okay. And I, at least in my point of view, I can understand it given the circumstances of, a lot of those guys, Matt DiBenedetto, especially when I was rooting for him nonstop. A lot of us in the crowd were rooting for Briscoe, who were in my area when we got to the end. The guy next to me, he was a Chase Elliott fan, and he was also rooting for Larson. But when we got to the end of it, he was cheering for Briscoe hard when he came up and wrecked Hamlin. Of course, we still technically don't know what the order of the radio sequence was officially, but
I truly believe he knew and he just wanted revenge.
I don't.
You had to have known, yeah.
I mean,
That's
he had to have, had that in the back of his mind, but I don't think he got like the official call saying.
If
that.
Denny got the call, how did he not?
Because they probably told Denny right away, whereas the Briscoe clan, they were trying to figure out where he could do a stop on the track so that they wouldn't have to serve a pass through. That's what was happening on the radio. They were trying to get him to stop in the next turn.
But I'm saying that he knew and he went for revenge, and I just feel like going
Which
for...
if that's the case, I'm totally justified with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. But Denny, he shoved him off the racetrack. He didn't gain any spots. By the time they exited that last corner, they were exactly where they were going into that first corner. He didn't really gain anything out of it.
That is true. They didn't really gain. Now, granted, here's the thing I will say, like, Denny, I'm not typically in defense of Denny, but Denny didn't have anywhere to go. He didn't have anywhere to go, and so I understood, but this is, again, you got people making bonsai moves into the turn when they don't need to be, and that probably never would have happened. But yes, I am in the party of, like, you're either just being willfully ignorant right now, or you're just or you are an idiot that you didn't realize, like, you just cut the whole course or the whole corner. You know you're going to get penalized. You know that. And he probably just was like, hey, all right, cool. If I'm not making it to the end, then you're not either.
Right.
Which I mean, regardless of the situation, I still think that's pretty okay with me. But
See, no. Especially with chase implications, no. Or playoff implications.
I mean, Hamlin was the one that did the playoff implications to Briscoe. Not the other way around.
Well, not really, because Denny's trying to be regular season champion. There's a trophy that goes with that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not an unimportant thing.
Well, that's not playoff implications, but yeah, I get your point.
Okay, yeah. Championship implications. But yeah, I don't know.
Meaningless trophy implications, but yes.
Okay, whatever. More meaningful to some people than the one they get at the end, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to find a way to work that in with one day. Meaningless trophy implications.
Anyway, how's the race going, John? Let's do those SRX mid-race interviews. How's the race going, John? How are you feeling?
Truck feels pretty good. I'm a little concerned that I'm 2 laps short on fuel of making it, but we'll see how that plays out.
Everybody's short on fuel, right, John? What's your crew chief saying?
Larry Mack said something about the temperature of my tires, and I was like, okay.
Okay. And what does temperature mean?
I've yet to figure that out, to be honest.
All right. Well, good luck out there, John, and I look forward to seeing you run out of fuel. Bye.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Glam
brought to you by the Association of Air Conditioners.
Oh my God.
Back to you, Bill.
I vote Aaron be co-commentator for SRX next year.
Yes. Forget Danica Patrick.
Oh yeah, Danica ain't coming back regardless. I like James Hinchcliffe.
Okay.
Well then.
I'm thinking rights.
Yeah.
Right. I don't need this much fuel either.
Only I can. Just in case we got some green light checkers.
Oh, some people didn't pit or took no tires.
No tires.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be interesting now. Will I be denied my win?
Just be wary. The grip's going to be a little bit.
Presented by Geico. John, how are you going to pass Matt Kraft in here? What are you thinking? Just, sling it around the outside?
Yeah. Did it.
Same thing with Enfinger?
Yeah, probably.
You gonna hit that wall?
Yeah, probably. Don't talk to me anymore, Aaron. Go away, Aaron. I'm hanging up now.
Oh, you got a little loose corner there. Did you make any adjustments on that pit stop?
No, shut up.
Oh, now you're mowing the grass. You see Jordan Anderson doing the same thing.
Get up, clear high.
Jordan Anderson all of a sudden in this mix for the win.
He's been there the whole race, John, but I know you didn't notice.
I was so far out in front, I never saw it. Okay, up the middle we go.
Left side.
Oh, he's coming back.
Look
Yeah,
ahead.
now he's gone.
Clear outside.
All right.
Bye. Have a good time.
And that was your mid-race.
Shut up, mid-race. It's 4 laps to
go.
Anyway, what I was gonna say before was on that last restart, McBlam, you beat Johnny Sauter and got out in front of him for a little bit, and then he passed you late. It seemed like you have more short run speed though than him, so you might be able to get another spot.
Which is highly inaccurate.
Question is, will Jordan Anderson hang on, or will Johnny get him? Yep. Oh god, I was looking at the thing, not paying attention. Also, the track feels a little weird with just 2 fresh tires as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I did warn you that it was gonna feel a little wonky.
I guess now we have to see if Anderson will fall back into your clutches. It's possible.
I don't know. Was it like 1 to go, 2 to go?
2 laps left.
2 to go.
2 to go.
Hey, look, John, a chicken. Dang it.
You need to be
John,
doing that.
speakers on the big screen.
Uh-huh.
Dang it.
You needed to be doing that at Atlanta when you were in the race at Xfinity.
Well, no, I'm hijacking the radio. You see, I did the mid-race interviews, but I didn't turn off the radio.
Oh boy. White Flag is out, brought to you by Chevy.com/accessories.
I should go to Chevy.com/accessories and see what they got for sale right now. Let's see, what's their #1 thing that they're promoting right now? It's actually accessories.chevrolet.com.
This
So
is
that-
incorrect. But we get the win! Woo! Was it ever in doubt? No. Speed rating of 100. I'm gonna do a
But
burn.
while we're doing this burnout here, let's talk about some floor liners. For ultimate interior protection, premium all-weather floor liners by Chevrolet Accessories are the solution. Offering precision coverage around interior trim, driver pedals, seat tracks, and door sills. They're constructed of quality material that provide optimum carpet and interior trim protection, isolating debris and moisture while remaining removable for cleaning. This has been your Chevrolet Accessories moment of the race.
That was perfect.
Oh,
perfect.
God. So that's that. Let's see where everybody else finished. So, I get the win. Johnny Sauter winning a stage there. Gets second. Jordan Anderson. Mr. Mikey McBlam. Fourth. That's Zane Smith, Todd Gillen, Riley Herbst, Grant Infinger, who had the greatest save of all time. Ross Chastain, Stuart Friesen. Round 2. Big Tuna came from pretty much the back to 12th. For him.
Big mover.
Melissa ends up 16th, and Justin ends up 18th. Justin just really never had any speed this race. But Melissa has a good solid finish. And Angela has a good solid finish as well. There's the rest of the people. Ty Majeski was out. Mike Harmon was
Dang it, Mike.
last.
My buddy Mike. Gotta be doing better than that, bro. Can't be having those kind of bear hugs with that kind of result.
And points, shockingly, I am out in front with my 4 wins, 24 playoff points. Let's see. Mikey McBlam in 8th, Justin Maestro in 9th. He's holding on to top 10 because he had that win at Daytona. Quote unquote win. We know it really wasn't. Ben Rhodes had that terrible accident.
Yeah.
And Melissa in 13th. So there you go. She might get in on points, right? Wait, no. What is the? How many get in? Is it just 12? Okay,
12.
so she's gonna be close. She needs to do better.
No,
Jordan
it's
Anderson.
10.
Oh, is it only 10? Oh God. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's 8 for it was 8 Heat 4, so it's 10 in here. You're right.
It's 12 for Xfinity then, I guess. But yeah.
Yes.
All right. Oh, there you go. Where's Big Turner? 24th. Oof.
24th.
All right. Celebrate. Wearing our Sheldon Creed Memorial belt.
Yeah. Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah, him and Ben Rhodes.
Yep. And the children that got in that bomb explosion earlier.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. They recovered. They recovered.
Yes, they recovered.
Fast
That's
slap,
exactly what
sled. Jordan Anderson was on the move. Not too surprising.
Okay.
It would have been Big Tuna, not for that. And Joe Nemechek, tough break. Well, there you go.
Oh, poor Joe.
All right, moving on. 160 fans.
Maybe it'll be somebody different this race. Who else is obscure and doesn't mean anything and possibly did some keynote addresses for random air conditioner associations?
Joe Graff Jr.
No, nobody would invite him to that kind of thing.
Wow.
He's just an idiot whose only NASCAR win was wrecking somebody at a short track that I've possibly attended.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah. Just really quickly, because we haven't looked at it. Look at the reputation thing. This is our Xfinity list. We have one rival, Jeff Green. You know that story. He complimented me, and I told him to frick off. Gregson's upset. My team owner, teammate, Brown is upset. Clements is upset. I don't know why he's upset. He was the one getting in my way a lot. Anyway. Star's annoyed. Yeah, sure.
James was annoyed? No, James is
James
neutral.
is neutral. Brett Miller's neutral. Aaron's neutral. I haven't raced around Aaron that much anyway, so that's fair. Polite. Nice. Jamie's polite. Okay. Kind. I don't have a friend yet. Oh. It looks like Joe Nemechek might be my first friend. Which is weird because I feel like he doesn't usually like me.
Well, it is only like what, your 4th or so race in Xfinity, so yeah,
That's
it takes
true.
like,
It is.
Yeah, it takes a little bit.
Meanwhile, in trucks, 3 rivals. I don't know why Austin Wayne Self hates me so much, but Fogman and Gray, understandable. We definitely had our issues. I like how Sheldon Creed's on this list. R.I.P. Joe Nemechek's kind in this series too. So we got here. McBlam, we're friends. That's good. Justin, Melissa. All right, so we're all friends. That's good news.
Hey.
All the way down to even Infinger, who I practically destroyed in that race, still considers me a friend. So yeah, Angela's apparently my best friend.
Angela is your best friend. Oh no, that's not the top. Is it? Is that the top?
Yeah, it's the top.
Oh, yeah, Angela is your best friend of all time.
Yep. Yep.
Oh God, I forgot Melissa was in it. I can't figure out what happened to Jennifer Joe and
The war paint, man.
yeah.